live on the air. I'm Richard Saile.
This is wild.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Loungetime. I'm your host, Rich Saile, and today we have a very special episode with a very special guest making his first appearance in the last 2 years. Finally got him to come on.
Yeah.
He kind of hinted to me, sneak me in during the Indiana-Miami National Championship, which, by the way, that was the other thing I forgot to mention, too.
Oh, yeah.
We got that to worry about, though. But without further ado, time to introduce our guest. He has been on twice now and making his third appearance. My guy, Joey. I call him the NBA nerd because we will have some NBA takes later in the show.
Oh, yeah.
So, Joey, how you been, bud?
I'm doing good, Rich. How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, dude. I haven't been here in like 2 years, man. I'm ready to talk about NFL. You know, I know the Super Bowl's coming up.
Yeah.
We got the divisional, right?
Yeah.
I mean, AFC Championship then.
Yeah. We just had divisional.
We just had divisional.
Yeah.
But I can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a little late to break down divisional games now, but we have a lot of topics to get into. First off, we're going to start with the games tomorrow. The Final Four of the NFL, I like to call it.
Yeah.
We got the AFC Championship between my New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos in Mile High.
Yeah.
And then we got the NFC Championship between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. But here's a known fact for you going into both of these matches.
Oh, yeah, let me hear this.
So each of the four teams has at least won a Super Bowl since 2013. All four of these teams have made 2 Super Bowls since 2013.
Oh, you're right. Holy shit.
So all four of these teams, the only one that has made more in the span of Super Bowls
Patriots?
has been New England, has made 3.
Yeah.
They've won to 4, they've won 3.
Yeah.
Denver's went to 2, Seahawks went to 2, Rams went to 2. So Seattle Rams winners looking to make their 3rd Super Bowl within the last 12 years. And the AFC Denver's looking to make their 3rd Super Bowl within the last 12 years. New England's looking to make their 5th in the last 13 years.
With your guy Drake May.
Yes. Speaking of Drake May, so let's get into this matchup. So the New England Patriots travel to Mile High to take on the Denver Broncos, where...
Oh, you traveled to Mile High.
It is the House of Horrors on the West Coast.
Yeah, because of the altitude.
Yes. And because Denver won the tiebreaker because of the common opponent win, which was the Raiders, who happen to hold the number 1 pick in this year's draft, too. But New England undefeated on the road this season.
Okay.
Denver won a nail-biter against Buffalo in overtime. New England won ugly, sloppy game against the Texans.
But you won.
Yeah. Now, the big storyline of this game is Jarrett Stidham is starting for the Broncos, the backup that I've gone off about the media coverage on New England and how they're viewing Jarrett Stidham. I will not put you through that this episode. I promise. I'll keep my composure.
He's played with McDaniels, so he knows his system kind of.
Right.
That's the scary part.
Right. I was going to lead into that.
Yeah.
So I'll start with this question for you. Based on how you've seen these teams so far in the playoffs, what you've seen all season, how do you think this game plays out for the Patriots and Broncos?
I think it's going to be closer than people think. Okay? I know you told me this when we were talking before. People are counting the Broncos out, a lot of them. They're basically guaranteeing the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, jinxing them. But I think it's going to be a defensive game. I really do. I think the score, I'm going to say my score, I think like 21, 17.
Okay.
I think around there.
Very similar to what I have.
Yeah.
Very similar to what I have.
I do think the one thing is the Broncos defense is really good, but they don't scare me like the Seahawks. You know, that Seahawks defense is ridiculous. What McDonald's doing there is incredible.
Yes.
I mean, that defense, I saw a stat. They lead the league in points per game on defense. They score more points on defense than some offenses in the league, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I'll go big picture because obviously I'm the New England homer. I have not liked the way that our offensive line has looked.
Yeah.
And I think that is the biggest concern I have with Nick Bonito and Cooper on the edge, Zach Allen in the middle. I wonder if they're going to put Onwenu specifically on him or if they're going to let the rookie, Jared Wilson, who, in my opinion, has not had a great playoffs, along with Will Campbell, but Will Campbell's had a lion's share of...
He got killed by Will Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, he had a tough one, but hopefully his confidence isn't down going into this matchup. But I do think Denver's front scares me. Now, their secondary, it is very good. I know McMillan's good as a safety. Riley Moss, you can get...
I say you attack Riley Moss. That's your best bet.
You can.
Because he does lead the league in PIs.
You can attack Riley Moss, yes. Go away from Surtain.
Yeah.
Do not go at him in any way. My one key with this matchup, though, how do the Broncos cover Stephon Diggs a little bit? Because Stephon Diggs can play in the slot.
Yep.
He can play outside. I'm very curious on the coverage that they're trying to have on Diggs. How are they going to cover him if they line him up in the slot? If they line him up on the outside. I don't know how they're going to cover him specifically. I do think you might see Kayshon Boutte on Riley Moss, which I do think 50-50 possessions. He is one of the really top receivers in that.
That insane grab he had on that May dime.
On Stingley, too.
Yeah, that was
on
nasty.
Stingley, too.
That was nasty.
It was almost reminiscent of the play last year, Week 6, against the Texans. But it wasn't exactly from the catch, but very similar play, very similar route. I almost thought it was like the exact play that they used last year in Week 6 against Houston, but I don't think it was. But then again, I like our matchup chances with Kayshon Boutte and Riley Moss.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say, I think another component that a lot of people are underestimating is how good the New England defense has been through two.
Games. Gonzalez has played lights out. Marcus Jones has played lights out.
Yes, he has.
He's arguably been playing better than Christian Gonzalez, honestly. From what I've seen, he's making more big plays. You know, not that Gonzalez not doing good.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Marcus Jones has been making crazy plays so far.
The D-tackle duo. Milton Williams, Christian Barmore. I think that's a very interesting matchup to see. Can those two guys continue to disrupt? Now with Harold Landry out, the edge depth concerns me. And I've said it going back to the trade deadline that they need an edge rusher. Well, now it's next man up with Landry out, and that kind of worries me a little bit.
Landry's out?
Yeah, he's out.
Oh.
Yeah. But we get Tonga Tank back in the middle. So those three guys in the middle, I think, are going to be a problem for Denver a little bit if they can continue to disrupt. Now, we are leading the league in pressures this postseason with 72.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, to me, defensively, you have to kind of give him different looks, Jarrett Stidham. And going back to your point with Josh McDaniels, having coached him, I think he knows, hey, Vrabes, this is what Jarrett Stidham doesn't like. This is what he likes to do well. And I think if they use that to their advantage, I think New England can pull it out defensively, because I think the biggest key to me is turnover battle, and the one thing you cannot have happen, you cannot have long drives in that altitude. They will wear you down. And I guarantee Sean Payton is sitting a game plan up, and he's one of the best play callers in football. He's trying to get the run game with R.J. Harvey, Jaleel McLaughlin going, and he's going to try to tire them out, quick completions. I bet you Vrabel and Zach Kerr are preparing for this. Now, I'm not ESPN, who Stephen A. Smith, notably, claims Terrell Williams has been coaching the defense the whole year. Even though he has the coordinator title, you haven't watched New England like I have, okay? Now, Zach Kerr's done a phenomenal job. I am very curious on how they approach this game plan, because if we're leading in pressures, I imagine we're not going to not stop pressuring the quarterback just because it's Jarrett Stidham. But I will say, my feeling on this game, confident, but with caution.
Yeah.
Now, you know why.
Yeah.
But I will give you also two more stats. I think there's two stats I want to bring up for this game. So if Drake May were to win against Denver, he would be the only quarterback in NFL history to beat 3 top 5 defenses in a single postseason.
Talk about cakewalk.
That's what we've been told. Mickey Mouse championship path. Fuck out of here. So that's one key stat. Now I'm trying to think of the other number, but basically, let me put it now for Denver. For Denver defensively, I watched them with Buffalo. You nailed it too about how their defense didn't look scary. And I watched Mariota with
Yeah.
the Commanders put up 27 points.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the last 2 weeks, they played a third-string quarterback for the Chiefs, and they played Trey Lance, who basically they were resting.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence lit that Denver defense up. So I do think Josh McDaniels is going to set up Drake May with some very good plays.
I think so too. I really do.
My worry with them is Drake May's got to protect the ball better. He has to. That's the one worry I've got with him.
He's played okay, just not the level we expected from him because, I know he's young.
Yeah.
First playoff run.
Yeah.
To be honest, this is solid for, first playoff run for a sophomore quarterback,
Yes.
So I expected this, but this game here is where you got to pick your poison. You got to be careful.
Yes, and I think I'm going to go bring up another history nugget in a moment. The other stat I was going to tell you was Vrabel and Drake May have the rare opportunity to do something Brady and Belichick never did. You want to guess what that is?
What is it?
They have never won at Mile High.
Really?
In the playoffs.
Really?
So if Vrabel and Drake May win, it would be the Patriots' first playoff win in Mile High.
Wow.
In the playoffs.
That's a statement there.
So that's the other stat I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
Now I want to say this too. Now there's a lot of ifs with this, but I'm trying to present the audience with some facts that they don't really know because the media wants to make clickbait. Not this show. Drake May can join an elite company of sophomore quarterbacks to make the Super Bowl within their first 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know a couple.
Yeah.
I know it since 2000 now. There's one pre-2000 that everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, how, let me put it this way. What's your score for this game? And what would you say are the keys to the game for each team?
Okay, so for the Denver Patriots game, like I said before, I think it's going to be like 21-17.
Okay.
I think the keys for the Patriots, Drake May protect the ball for fucking goddamn sake, He's been playing okay. He's been driving down the field. He's been playing smart, but at times he's got that young attitude where he just doesn't think,
Yep.
But I'm sure he'll learn from it. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Because I know that Broncos defense could take advantage of some young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So, for the Broncos, don't let them freaking sling it. Just check down. Because if I'm Sean Payton, I don't trust Stidham, honestly, because he's not used to the system as much.
Mm-hmm.
I know Sean Payton's a great play caller, like you said.
Yeah.
So I think Stidham will look solid under that offense.
Yeah.
He's got legs. I arguably say maybe even better than Knicks' legs. Because I remember that run he had in the Raiders. Remember? I don't know if you remember that one time. It was like late in the season.
Killed my fantasy season.
Yeah. When he ran like 50 yards for a touchdown or 60. That was...
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got underrated legs. I would try to take away the run game with him.
Mm-hmm.
They might do options as well. I feel like they might do some RPO action.
Sean Payton's got that RPO game in his offense. Everybody does.
Yeah, I know they do Bo Nix. They do a QB draw with him.
Yeah, they did a couple option plays against Buffalo early in the game.
Yeah. So I feel like they might be a little more conservative. So if I'm the Patriots, definitely, I wouldn't go aggressive, but I would try. Like I told you, I would try to attack Riley Moss. Okay. Because he has issues with PIs. I would try to throw back shoulders on him. If they throw back shoulders on him, they're going to get a lot of PI calls on Riley Moss. So
I'll be quick with my keys to the game. I think New England, you got to protect Drake May.
Right.
Turnovers are the killer.
Mm-hmm.
You have to protect Drake May, including May taking care of the ball.
He's getting blindsided, yeah.
So that's the biggest key. This offensive line has to hold up in protection, and Drake May's got to protect the ball better. No turnovers in this game. Play as clean of a game as you can.
Yep.
Defensively, stop the run. Take away the run and let Jarrett Stidham be the guy that, to me,
average.
You want him to kind of be the guy that does it now. Sean's going to try to run, and they're going to try to get quick plays out. I guarantee it's going to happen.
Yeah. Stop
the run, because if you defend the run, therefore you won't be on the field long enough, and I think that's the key. Barmore, Milton Williams, those are the guys. Kyrus Tonga, those guys, you got to stop the run.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Spillane, Jack Gibbons, stopping the run is key, and then just defensively, if take advantage of the turnovers. If you can create takeaways, which they've been able to get in the postseason, that is the key. But pressure, do not let up on the pressure. You can do it. Just be smart with mixing it in, disguising coverages. Paint the picture differently. Give him different looks. So stop the run. Mix in the pressures, but disguise as well. Okay? And then offensively, protect the ball. Protect Drake May.
Yeah.
That's the biggest key.
Yeah, that's
if
the
I had to
main
put it
one.
there.
I agree.
Now, my final score.
Okay.
I'm going 24-17 Patriots.
Oh, close to mine. Wow.
I'm
okay.
going 24-17. I think 24 is a magic number to beat Denver. Okay. I would go lower, but I'm going to have faith in the offense this time that and I think Drake May has yet to play his best postseason game yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's coming soon.
Yep.
Hopefully it's tomorrow. I'm going with the Pats 24-17. New England Santa. I'm not giving up on them. I'm not. I'm riding or dying with them. That's my team, and hopefully we make the Super Bowl.
Hopefully, I agree.
Yeah. Let's go to the NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Seahawks. Now, we have 2 matchups already with these 2 teams, division rivals.
Really good games.
First matchup in LA, it was 21-19. Rams got on the winning end. It came down to a missed 62-yard field goal by Jason Myers.
Mm-hmm.
The second matchup was in Seattle on a Thursday night. Rams had a lead, and then Darnold all of a sudden became really, really clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate.
All of a sudden, just became the regular Sam Darnold that you see sometimes that becomes clutch all of a sudden. And I think JSN definitely took a big part of that. I'll tell you that.
Rashid Shaheed, that whole special teams return, just like the kick return against the 49ers last Saturday. He had the big punt return that jump-started, and Seattle came back to win it overtime by a point, going for 2. And they won, and that decided the 1 seed, essentially, that night. So, 3 times the charm. The Rams have been the toughest team to play Seattle for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
How do you see round 3 of what is expected to be an epic boxing fight between these division rivals? Not an actual boxing fight, but I'm trying to describe it as the trilogy.
This is going to be, no offense, because I think you'd agree with me. I think this is going to be the better game out of the championship games. These guys have been in a dogfight every single match. Very physical. Stafford, honestly, hasn't had the greatest stat line every time he versus them. They've really abused the run game. Kyron Williams, I think, went off last time versus them, or a game before that.
The first matchup.
Yeah, the first matchup. I think they could abuse the run game, be more physical. Because Seattle, really, their main key is their pass defense. Because pass defense and pass rush. So mainly, if you pass a lot versus them, you might be, really, it might end up really bad. Because with that pass rush, they're like the Texans. They force fumbles off the strip sacks, get a return, touchdown. Same for the pick sixes, They force a lot of fumbles. So, also, I think they got to watch out for JSN. He's having incredible season. He's looking like the best receiver in the league right now. So, next to Puka, I would say. So, you get Puka and JSN versus each other. That's going to be crazy. But, yeah, I think the Rams' defense is very similar, but I think their scheme is a little different than the Seahawks. Because the Rams have a good pass rush, really good pass rush. Mm-hmm. Their pass defense is decent. But I think these teams are very similar, honestly, very similar. Mm-hmm. The main thing, though, Sam Darnold.
I was going to believe that.
Last time, he looked like a fucking shithole. He looked horrible. How much picks did he throw? 4?
You're talking about the playoff game?
Yeah, playoff game. How many picks did he throw? Did he throw a pick? Or he fumbled a lot?
I know he got sacked 9 times.
Yeah, he got sacked 9 times. He threw 2 or 3 picks.
I think I was going to say 2 or 3. I think 4 is an exaggeration.
Yeah. I'm thinking of another game that Sam Darnold did bad in. But, that's mainly, if Seattle wants to win this game, Darnold cannot botch this. He cannot sell this game. He cannot.
I agree with you. This is going to be the better game, non-biasedly. Mm-hmm. I do think, though, looking at Seattle against the Niners, they bottled up McCaffrey twice.
Yeah.
And I do think the Rams are a little bit better offensive line-wise because they're more healthier. I think Sean McVay knows his combination of strengths and weaknesses within the offensive line. And Kyrie Williams had a solid game when it came to scoring touchdowns in the red zone. Yeah. So he was big. I agree with that. Corum they mixed in the running game, so that's another
physical bell count.
Yeah. I do think, to me, if Seattle gets pressure on Stafford up the middle is going to be the key.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dennis Allen, to the Bears' defense credit, he mixed in some looks that confused Stafford early.
Yeah.
And I think that Mike McDonald's looking at that tape this whole week going, okay, he can be fooled. We just got to show them one thing and then paint the picture different.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that term from football when I played high school ball. I think that if Seattle's able to get pressure up the middle on Stafford, they have a really good shot to force turnovers.
Yep.
And I watched that Seattle defense on Saturday to Brock Purdy, who going into that game was 4-0 at Seattle.
Yep.
Now Stafford, the last meeting in Seattle, he did really well statistically.
Yeah.
The first matchup in LA, not so much.
Yeah, not.
So I do think that McDonald is going to scheme a way to find a way. Does he want to double Puka and then put Devon Witherspoon and Devontae Adams? Does he want to double Devontae, single up Puka? How does that go?
It's going to be tough because those two guys are dangerous. But
They are.
I honestly, personally, I would double Puka. Devontae had a pretty bad game last time. If you didn't see, he had a lot of drops. He just didn't look like himself. I'd rather put one-on-one with Devontae, as crazy as it sounds. You know, he's older. He's a little more... He's smarter. Yes, he's a good route runner, but sometimes his hands could get inconsistent. So that's what I would do. But yeah.
Going back to Sam Darnold now, his postseason struggles. Now, he had them with Minnesota last year. Granted, Minnesota, he played awful in the two biggest games of that team's season last year. He's looked better. I think it's a large part to Clint Kubiak.
Yeah,
with
he's a genius.
the
He's really
scheme.
good.
Now, Kenneth Walker is going to be the main bell cow with Charbonnet now out for the postseason, which is huge for Seattle, I would say. I look at Seattle's key. The secondary of the Rams has looked shaky. And the reason I say that is the Bears had some plays.
Yeah.
But when it came in the red zone, the Rams clamped up. The Panthers receiving core, I would argue a bottom third in the league, they had success on the Rams secondary. To me, it's how does Clint Kubiak attack those defensive backs, particularly when it gets to the red zone, particularly when it comes to big plays, because the Bears and the Panthers have done that in these playoffs. And I think that Seattle is probably their best receiving core they're going to face this postseason. With Shaheed, who can take the top off the defense. JSN is all-level receiver, short, intermediate, deep, great route running, hands, very good speed. Cooper Kupp, he knows McVay's offense because he's played there for his entire career. I agree with Sam Darnold being the biggest difference in this game. Will he turn it over? The one guy that has known Sam Darnold well in the postseason, that has given him fits, Chris Shula. Now he built off that game in Seattle, Week 16 on Thursday night, so that's a good building block for them. However, postseason, this is where you're going to get everybody's best swing. So the way I look at this game is Seattle defensively, can you pressure Stafford up the middle? Can you get him off his spot? Can you disguise looks with him? Can you create pressure in different spots to get him uncomfortable? Dennis Allen showed it last week. Can Seattle mix in the middle pressure and some different blitzes where you don't give him a beat on what you're doing?
Yeah.
Offensively, I think it's going to come down to how do those receivers win those one-on-ones with the weak secondary, which is the weakness of the Rams defense. Go back in the Eagles game earlier. Look at these two playoff games where both of those teams had big plays, but can you beat them in the red zone? Because I felt like Carolina, at times when they ran the ball in the red zone, it worked. That's why I think Kenneth Walker is such a big factor. But I also look at...
They could finally use Kenneth Walker.
But I also look at how the receivers of Seattle, how does Clint Kubiak scheme their way to get some favorable matchups in this game? And they have the matchups. That Seattle offensive line has really been a good story for them.
Yeah, honestly, it's been pretty good. Their tackles have been great.
Yeah, I would say one of their guards has really been pretty good too. And I forgot his name, and I'm sorry.
They used to be like the worst O-line in the league.
And they've progressed really well.
Yeah.
So, let me hear your keys to the game, and then you can give your score.
So, my keys to the game, if I'm Seattle, take Puka away out of the game. Take him out the game. They're going to use him in the run game even. You know they do that little sweep thing with Puka.
Yeah.
Take him out the game. I definitely prioritize running with Blake Corum, even mixing it up, because he's more of a physical guy, and I know Seattle players really physical. Kyron's more of like a pass catching back. And obviously Stafford, don't make a turnover. I feel like sometimes Stafford could get too aggressive at times in passing, where he just will lob it up to Puka without thinking. So that's why I think teams could attack that sometimes.
Do you think that's Stafford, though, or do you think that's McVay?
It could be McVay.
Okay.
But sometimes, like, there's plays where I see Stafford where Devontae's one-on-one open, and he just lobbed it to Puka. So, like, I don't know if that's McVay. That's really Stafford.
Yeah, I was
his
gonna say,
intuition
when you
there.
put it like that, yeah.
If I'm Seattle, I would personally tell Darnold to protect the frickin' ball. That's the number one thing, because he did not protect the ball at all last playoff with Minnesota. Definitely, I would definitely use Kenneth Walker more often because he's really good. I mean, people forget this guy's a first-round talent.
Yeah.
When there was no Charbonnet, he was doing great. He was like almost 1,000-yard season player.
Good point.
He's good. He's like freaking from Michigan State. I remember he was insane.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they could finally freaking use him because I actually had him in fantasy in my other league, and I was frustrated because they kept using Charbonnet. So we'll see how he does. But yeah, I mean, honestly, for my key to the game, it's very minimal because this game's gonna be a freaking dogfight. So like, you could see a lot of things happening.
I'm gonna give my quick keys for the Rams because I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I think the key for the Rams is win early downs. Just like New England with Houston.
Yeah.
You have to win the early downs. This defense is going to make you earn every single yard. They're going to make you work to earn every single yard. But obviously, turnovers are the key in this game. And I think that's why I don't want to go too much into it because I think the Rams know how to protect the ball better.
Yeah.
Stafford at times, like you said, does have moments where he goes a little too aggressive. And I do think that could play a small factor.
Yeah.
But I do think the Rams got to win early downs.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to me, if they can win early downs and get them set up for favorable downs, I think they have a better chance to score points.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I think they thrive well. Now, defensively, I do expect them to get pressure on Darnold throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot give up big plays.
No, they can't.
Because that secondary has been a shaky spot
It is
in this
shaky,
team.
yep.
If they give up big plays, I think that's where Seattle capitalizes. And then if they get short field, Kenneth Walker will run the ball. And I think they're going to protect Darnold in a lot of ways where they'll give him some plays. But I do think the big key is keep Darnold in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
He has underrated legs. People forget he has underrated legs.
He does.
I think the Rams have to have a combination of containing Darnold. Don't let him have those bootlegs where they roll him out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him have those. But also don't give up the big plays. Stay disciplined. Make him work his way down the field. Because I think when he has to work his way downfield a little bit, sometimes he'll take the open read, but sometimes I think he'll force it a little bit. And that's where the turnovers start. And that's where he kind of gets a little too gunslinging type of way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would say Tam Darnold's a gunslinger type of way, but that's where I think he just forces too much.
Yeah.
So, who's your score prediction and winner?
This is going to be a surprise. I think it's going to be 31-28.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be higher scoring than people think.
Okay.
I think Seattle's probably going to get a defensive touchdown.
Okay.
But I think the Rams win this 31-28 off a field goal.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I don't know if I could say it's gonna be as high scoring as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 27-23. I'm going.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah,
I'm going. With
it
the
could
Rams.
be a field goal game, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams. I do think that, to me, the Rams have to get 23-24 to win the game.
Yeah.
I think they can get there. They have the offense. We've seen McVay have big plays on Seattle's defense. There's one offense left, I believe, confidently, I think they could beat Seattle, and I think it's the Rams. And I think I'm not going to give off my pick. I know somebody else watching the show has the same Super Bowl pick as we do.
Mm-hmm.
I am not giving up on mine. I'm going to stand by integrity. I'm going with the Rams to beat Seattle 27-23.
Okay.
Now, one of my subscribers is a Seahawks fan, so I want him to know, like, don't be mad at me. I got to call like I see it. Listen, I got to stand by what my pick is, man. Although I'm not going to lie, that defense is scary. So I think this will be a great game. I do think that defense is legit. And I do think if they make the Rams look like the Niners, which I highly doubt it's going to be that way, then I'm starting to say, okay, Seattle has a real shot to win the whole thing, meaning they should be a pretty good favorite to be either New England or Denver. Now, I'm a New England fan saying this, okay?
Yeah.
But I do see 27-23 the Rams. I'm going to stick with it, and that's where I'm not going to back off my pick. I'm going to go down with my pick if it loses, but I'm going to ride it if they win. So
Yeah.
27-23, Rams beat Seattle.
I think there's a real good chance we could actually see Seattle Patriots again. So
I do think so too.
I
and
wouldn't
I'm
be
biased.
surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle beats the Rams. So, but I do think the Rams should win.
Yeah.
If Stafford's the MVP, as people say, he should win. Same for Drake May, obviously. You know, I'm not gonna double standard it. Both of them should win.
Yeah.
When was the last time we've seen 2 MVP candidates fight it out?
Ooh, now I gotta go back and think a minute. Quickly off the top of my head, I'm looking right now. I would say in a Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe. I don't want to say 2016 because Brady only played 12 games, but in my opinion, he should have been an MVP candidate. I would have said between him and Matt Ryan.
Because I don't remember.
Maybe, you ready for this?
What?
Maybe 09, when it was Drew Brees and Peyton Manning.
Oh.
That's
Drew
right.
Brees was an MVP candidate?
I mean, the dude went 13-3 with the Saints.
he did.
Them, I'll never forget because it was them and the Colts last unbeaten.
Yeah.
Colts were 14-0. Saints lost that same night to the Cowboys in 09. It was a Saturday night game. And then Saints lost 3 in a row. Colts lost 2 in a row because that's when they pulled Peyton Manning on the starters. And they both were in the 1 seed. So I would say Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, 09, I want to say.
Wow.
And Manning won MVP. I think Brees was second. I don't know definitively.
Well,
Let me
anyways,
know.
he would be like top 3.
Yeah, I would say that's the one.
Okay.
Where that's the closest I can remember. Yeah, because then I would say maybe. Man, I gotta go way back now.
Who did Dan Marino verse when he was in the Super Bowl?
That was Joe Montana. I don't know if Joe Montana was second in MVP voting that year. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, he's Joe Montana.
I think he might have been. I think he might have been top. I know he was top 5. I don't know if he was 2.
Okay, I mean that's the other one.
Then again, it was a running league.
Right,
It was
right.
mostly running league at the time. Wow, I'm gonna say probably. I don't know if it was Cowboys Bills before that. I don't even know if no, because Packers Broncos. I know Favre was the MVP. I don't think Elway was like crazy MVP that year. I'm gonna say 09 since Peyton and Drew Brees. And then if you're gonna go way back, man, I'm winging.
Yeah, I don't know. Peyton before Drew Brees.
Maybe Marino Montana in
that's
84.
The last one I recall from before that.
Maybe Staubach Bradshaw in 78. I gotta go back, but I'm gonna say somewhere along those lines. I definitely know it's got to be since 09 with Peyton Manning and Drew Brees. I'm gonna say along those lines, but then again, I don't know definitively. So
okay,
all right. So we both have the same Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, we do.
How would you see a hypothetical Patriots-Rams Super Bowl in this year's scenario? 2 guys, like you mentioned, 2 league MVPs.
That game, I think it's going to be very defensive. Because I'll tell you why. Drake May, he's going to be coming. He's going to get a lot of pass rush coming into him. So he's going to. I think that's the main worry with the O-line.
Sorry, I just hear a joke coming from our fans.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Pause.
I know. I was gonna say it, but thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he's gonna get a lot of pass rush. He's gonna get sacked a lot. He might get blindsided. But I think the Patriots defense will keep him in the game.
I do too.
And I think it might be a low-scoring game. We're gonna see like
13-3 again.
Yeah, possibly. I think we're gonna see a 13-3 score again. It's really possible. Because I think. Honestly, you guys match up well versus them.
That's what I wanted to ask you next.
You got Gonzalez on Puka. You got Carlton Davis.
Against Devontae.
Which is manageable. It's manageable.
Yeah.
And if anything, Marcus Jones has been playing lights out. He could be on Devontae, but he's a slot. So that's the thing. He's small.
Or you could double Devontae.
Or, yeah, you could double him with Marcus Jones.
Or double Puka.
Yeah. But still, like, that's a really good game. Honestly, it could be matched up really well. I think Stafford's going to be a little slow. But I think, honestly, I know you're not going to like this, but I think the Rams win.
No, I'm not mad.
Because just based off experience, they've been to the Super Bowl before. But I think May's going to play solid, decent enough, not going to throw a pick. I think he's going to have like 200 yards, no touchdown, no interception. I think you guys are going to play slow run game.
Okay.
I think I could see that. I really do.
I'll say this to counter you a little bit.
Okay.
I think the one hope New England has to have if they are to beat the Rams, I think if they can get big plays on that secondary, meaning if they can get some big plays in that Super Bowl against Chris Shula, meaning can they get Stephon Diggs away open? Now, Matt Collins is looking like he might play tomorrow against Denver. If they get that far, obviously, then he's another guy, Kayshon Boutte. I think they're going to have to find a way to scheme some of these young guys for some big plays. We've seen Kyle Williams do it sometimes in the postseason.
Yeah,
We've seen Kayshon Boutte do it. I think the Patriots can mix in some of these big plays. And Josh McDaniels has been letting Drake May throw it down the field.
Surprisingly. Yeah.
And I think, to me, I didn't mention it with the Denver game because I do think, again, if they can mix in a deep shot, I always say like 1.25 maybe mix it in. I think if they can mix in some of that deep game on the Rams and kind of hit their shots early, that could be something where, combining with his ability to stay disciplined within the checkdowns, he's done a good job maneuvering the pocket all season. I think that would give New England hope. Now, I do think New England has a good way of disguising pressures, and there's been times where people don't even know what they're in from the pressure and coverage standpoint, that I think maybe if defense wins championships, they have two guys now, three that can pressure Stafford in the middle. I think Seattle's the closest as far as an overall unit that can match him. But I'm saying where Stafford is weak, he's not that mobile. Milton Williams, who just played in the Super Bowl with the Eagles. Christian Barmore is a really, really good interior defensive lineman. Kyrus Tonga is a very good run-defending player. And considering, I think, because McDaniels knows what it's like to be in those big games, I think it's going to help Drake May. I am worried, though, with McVay learning from the Super Bowl loss, that might be an advantage. Because now he knows how to win now.
Right.
So does Stafford to a degree. I do think, though, the one thing is, can that front, the defensive line, win against a very good Sean McVay offensive line? And again, with 2 weeks to prepare, there's very few coaches in this league, I think, that would take advantage of a 2 weeks prep. McVay's one of them. I think Vrabel can be one of them. But again, is this team a little too young? Again, but then again, everybody said the same thing, Super Bowl 36, and they won. I think this is better matchup than people will say it is. I think there might be a little bit more scoring if that were the case. I don't think we're going to beat the Rams, though, in all seriousness. However, depending on tomorrow, that could change my mind. That could change my mind. I will say this, though. There's been a lot of second-year quarterbacks of recent memory to take their team to a Super Bowl. Some of them won it. We've seen Russell Wilson win year 2 against Denver. We've seen, and give me a second while Jeopardy music's playing in my head, Mahomes year 2 as a starter. But year 3 in the league, he won. Joe Burrow took a team to a Super Bowl year 2. We saw Jalen Hurts in year 3, year 2 as a full-time starter, take a team to a Super Bowl. Lost, but he eventually won a couple years later. Brock Purdy took a team to a Super Bowl, lost in overtime to Patrick Mahomes. We saw, and I don't count Aaron Rodgers year 2 as a starter full-time because he sat on the bench for 3 years, but I guess you could throw Aaron Rodgers' name in there a little bit. Brady won as a second-year player in the league against the Rams. Again, so Marino went to Super Bowl, lost to Montana. So I look at this and say, it's not impossible to get to the Super Bowl. It's not even impossible to win. It's not
especially
likely.
with your path right now, with how you're rolling right now.
Right.
So,
But I do think the underrated element is, if this Patriots team feels like it's disrespected, I think it's a dangerous tool that people have to know. Like, they no one gave a shot against the Rams' greatest show on turf, one of the most explosive offenses in NFL history. I'm not saying the Rams are that. But I'm saying this is a very similar feel because if this team's disrespected, they're going to play with nothing to lose in a way. But granted, it is a Super Bowl. So I don't know if I should say that. But in a way that if you keep disrespecting this team, eventually they're going to prove to people like, hey, they need to get their credit while it's due. And I feel like, again, the only way to do that is go out on the field and prove that, hey, you know what? We are a really good defense. Like I said with the pressures before, I do think that when I look at this Patriots defense, they need to be given credit for how well they've been playing. And I think that they're going to continue to prove that, hopefully, on tomorrow, and hopefully if they get to another Sunday, which would be great. But again, I feel like there's that chip on their shoulder that kind of just makes you go, you know what?
Yeah, they got nothing to lose other than a Super Bowl, but still, they're the underdogs.
So I will say, like, that, and that's why, like, to me, the big concern tomorrow is, like, the media's kind of Denver out, but they're kind of the ones now playing with house money. But I think in this matchup, no one expected New England to get this far.
No, not even me. Honestly, I didn't expect it.
I didn't know
so.
All right, so so you said the Rams would win. Do you have a score? If you don't have one, it's okay.
I mean, I think it's going to be 14 to...
Wow, you go real low.
14 to 21, I think,
21-14?
Yeah, 21-14.
I'm going to go... It was 20-16. Rams won against the Bengals in their home stadium, right? So...
Okay.
I'm going to say... Is it crazy to say 23-17?
No.
All right.
You think you guys are winning? Or the Rams win it, right?
I need to see tomorrow, depending on how Denver looks. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Rams non-biased.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it.
All right.
But again, if they look really good against Denver,
I agree. If they
that
look
changed my mind.
It might change my mind as well.
It might change my mind because I do think people don't understand this team is better than people are proving it.
I want to see how you guys adapt to that pass rush because I know the Broncos have a good pass rush.
Yes.
If you guys don't adapt to it, then I'd be questionable.
Yes.
But if you guys do adapt to it, I might have to change my score.
And if the defense keeps playing lights out, then I'm going to feel pretty
yeah.
comfortable because that's a one-game thing. I mean, you just have to play well for that particular night.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more NFL topic. Now, I'm breaking a cardinal rule, but I'm doing it in certain instances, okay? I say all the time, I don't give a fuck about teams that are out of the postseason. I talk about those still in it. But because this man's here, I'm breaking the cardinal rule for this one time because I have to do it. He's a Steelers fan. Moments ago, about a little over an hour ago, breaking news here on Loungetime, the Steelers have hired Mike McCarthy as their next head coach to replace Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Now, I know you are fuming, and I know you're chomping at the bit to go into this move. So I want to ask you, is this likely where they keep Aaron Rodgers and they think that he has a good development track record with Will Howard? Is that why you think they hired Mike McCarthy?
Yes.
Or do you think it's the fact that, you know what, we don't like these young candidates out there, we're going to go with the proven coach? Do you think it's a combo of both?
I think it's both. I think they want to keep Rodgers because they don't like the draft next year or this year. And that's why we got Mike McCarthy. I like the other coaches more than him. I wanted a younger coach with a good tree, but instead we get white Mike Tomlin. That's what we get. A white Mike Tomlin. That's what we get. We get a white fucking Mike Tomlin. Fucking ridiculous. I'm starting to question the Roonies, man. They're like dick riding Rodgers right now. They are riding him heavy right now. Like, I don't understand. What do you see in Rodgers? He's 2 years old? How old is he? 41?
42, I want to say
42,
now.
dude? He didn't even play that amazing last season.
No.
He played okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for us to just, at this point, just do a whole revamp. But it's like we don't want to revamp. We just want to win. We want to be mediocre at least.
Yeah, I think, honestly, he might be there to develop Will Howard because I think they're looking at how well he developed Dak Prescott.
Jordan Love? No, he didn't develop Jordan Love.
No. But he did a good job with Aaron Rodgers as a young quarterback in Green Bay.
I guess, yeah.
So I think they're looking at, well, he is the best quarterback developer, and in case Rodgers does retire, we're going to trust a guy that can develop a quarterback in this league.
I like Will Howard. So I've seen tape on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a winner.
Yeah.
At Natty, he won the Natty with Ohio State. I saw some throws he made. I was very impressed. He has a good mentality. He's a smart quarterback, good IQ.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of coaches liked him, and he got drafted late because he wasn't really the top QB.
Yeah.
But I like him. I think he has potential. I hope he breaks the Ohio State quarterback curse. Because clearly CJ Stroud fucking sucks. So, I mean, he gave us the game and we still lost. That's how much we suck. He gave us the game and we lost.
Yep. Who did you want the Steelers to hire? Who were your top candidates that you wanted?
So, I told you my candidates that I liked. I liked Chris Shula from the Rams, DC. I liked, how do you say his name?
Shielhaus, I think?
Shielhaus? How do you say it?
Shielhaus, I
Yeah,
think?
the Rams. That guy was solid. He's a good quarterback developer.
Okay.
Anthony Weaver, I mean, I'm not crazy about him, but I know he's a good locker room guy. The defense loves him.
Yeah. A couple people thought he'd be good.
What I really wanted the most was Brian Flores. I wanted Brian Flores really bad,
Okay.
but he extended with the right.
Yeah.
I like his attitude. He's a very aggressive, straight to fucking point guy. I know he freaking criticized Tua like crazy, and Tua fucking cried his ass off and wanted a soft coach like Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
So I like that mentality, but we couldn't get him. So those were my top guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go over the other head coaching hires real briefly before we get to the NBA, because I want to get to the NBA with you because you're the NBA nerd, and I kind of want to hear some takes from you on the NBA. I've watched a couple games from a distance. But the big head coaching hires that we're going to mention. Now, I know, I'm sorry apologizing to the Dolphins. I swear, this was not in my rundown. You guys hiring Jeff Hafley, we're not talking about. Okay? I don't do this.
Yeah, no.
The Giants got John Harbaugh. The Falcons got Kevin Stefanski.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ravens, your division rival, get Jesse Minter from the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that the easy winner is John Harbaugh.
Right, yeah.
To the Giants. But I want to say, give me your quick thoughts on those 3 hires, because I know you want to talk about each of those 3 hires.
Yeah, so Giants, I think you agree with me. They should be a playoff team, maybe 9 win at minimum.
I want to see how they approach the
I
free
want to
agency
see how.
draft.
Yeah, I want to see how they approach it. They have a good young team.
Yes.
They need a receiver, another receiver, because obviously their wide receiver 1 got hurt. Neighbors.
Yep.
So they don't know how he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
But their defense has some potential. I'd say they need a corner. I don't trust their pass defense.
Okay.
Pass rush looks amazing.
Yep.
But I think John Harbaugh is the perfect guy for them. Jackson Dart is literally a white Lamar Jackson, if you think about it. Because he loves to frickin' run the ball nonstop, which is a worry because he could sling the ball as well. So
yeah.
I like the mentality of Jackson Dart and Scadaboo.
Just got to worry about concussions.
Exactly, yeah. That's my main thing. I mean, I think they should be 9-8 at minimum.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs.
No, neither would I.
Yeah.
Neither would I. You have no thoughts on Falcons with
So
Stefanski?
Falcons, I think that's a good hire.
Yeah.
Stefanski, he's always pushed the Browns to somewhat better than they usually are because they're poverty. But Stefanski's a good offensive mind for Penix. I think he's gonna be solid for them. Maybe I don't think they're gonna be great, but I think they're gonna be good enough to maybe be in the hunt.
Wide open division too.
Yeah, it is wide open. And then the third hire, the Ravens. I'm actually really nervous about that because Jesse Minter is a really good defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He was really, really good in Michigan. He knows how to win. He's from Jim Harbaugh's tree. I would be worried. I mean, you could Roquan and Kyle Hamilton. You might see them elevate. From his defensive mind. My worry for the Ravens is who's going to be their offensive coordinator. Because
That's a fair point.
he is a strictly defensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Comes from Jim Harbaugh, who's strictly a defensive guy.
Okay.
They don't really have a good history with good offensive coordinators.
I'll give you one name I'm hearing.
Okay.
Cliff Kingsbury.
That would be a good hire. That would be a really good hire.
And there would be no excuse from me on Lamar being
No
able to throw
no
back.
excuse.
We know we can run, but now if you're throwing with Cliff Kingsbury,
Yeah.
well,
And Kingsbury's played with
Kyler Murray.
Kyle Murray, Jane Daniels.
Yep.
So he knows those mobile QBs really well. So I could see that.
Yeah.
And I would be scared personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to the NBA.
Okay.
Because you are the NBA nerd.
Yeah.
This is now where I kick back and I let you do most of the talking.
Okay.
So far we're halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We've reached the halfway point. Trade deadline is getting spicy.
Oh yeah.
But but that's not my opening question.
Okay.
In a year where the East is wide open, OKC's looking to go back-to-back. We have seen some teams that we expect to be good, some that we knew would be good,
Oh yeah.
some we knew that we didn't expect much.
Oh yeah.
No pun intended at somebody else's team. But there's always that big surprise team, good or bad,
Oh yeah.
that we're like, why are they not talking about them? And I mean the media coverage.
Yeah.
So let me ask you in this question. Who or which team should I say, this could be player too, which player or which team do you think has been the biggest surprise, good or bad, this season? If you got multiple examples, feel free to spit them out.
So for the East, good surprise is the Raptors. The Raptors have been surprisingly pretty good. I mean, they have a good roster, just they don't have a winning roster. They don't have people who have been in the playoffs consistently. Cy Barnes, Emmanuel Quickley, Brandon Ingram,
RJ Barrett.
we got to see them in the playoffs. They look good though. They're a really good defensive team. The Cavs have been a disappointment. I'll tell you that. And I know that's our friend's Vince team, and they've been very big disappointment. I thought they were going to be at least top 3 or 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the West, I'm honestly surprised the Nuggets are still up there after after Jokic got hurt, because they've been still winning. I mean, their guy Peyton Watson, their young player, he's been really good for them.
Yeah.
The Spurs, not surprised. I expected it. I said they were going to be a really good team.
Yeah.
They were going to fight with OKC, and they have. They won 3 out of 1.
3 out of the 4.
Yeah, out of 4. So
which is big.
Yeah, 3-1 there versus OKC. So Wemby's looked great. He's just hurt all the time sometimes. Mm-hmm. Stephon Castle's a good player for them. Good defensive player.
Yeah.
They got my guy Dylan Harper from Rutgers.
Yep.
He's been good off the bench for them.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, one big surprise though, even though they're not really high, but they're in. Basically, if the playoffs would start, they'd be in the playoffs. Is the Suns?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I'm surprised they're like, what are they, 6th seed?
6th seed right now.
Yeah, I mean their roster doesn't look that crazy either.
No.
Their coach has been really good. What's his name? I forgot his name, but he's been really good.
Yeah, I forgot.
But bad news is Jalen Green and Booker got really badly hurt. Jalen Green out for another 3 weeks.
Oof.
Booker was in crutches, so
yeah, I got the text this morning.
Not good for them. They might go down.
Yeah.
For the East, another surprise player. We could go on with the next topic, the best stories.
Okay.
Jalen Johnson, bro.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson's insane. I mean, this guy, I liked him from Duke. I thought he was a good player. Just he had a bad knee injury that got him late. But he's been putting up freaking Jokic numbers. I mean, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
The Hawks their roster needs help.
Mm-hmm.
I like that guy as a player. VJ Edgecombe, good rookie player for the Sixers. He has a great story, from Bahamas.
Yeah.
Just like DeAndre Ayton, even though he's garbage, Ayton. But a lot of good surprise players. From the West, honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, maybe Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks has been playing good for the Suns, so I don't know. I mean,
okay.
I'm surprised the Wolves are only the 7th seed.
They're tied with Phoenix right now.
Yeah,
but Phoenix, I guess
they might catch up to Phoenix.
Yeah, and the Warriors are not a half game back. I'm reading it wrong. 2.5 back.
Yeah, I would say, even though they're low in the rankings in the West, the Blazers look really good. They look like a really deep team. I like what Thiago Splitter's doing, better than frickin'
Chauncey Billups.
I hated him. I like Thiago Splitter. He has kind of that Spurs mentality.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing a good job. Maybe next year they could be good.
Yeah.
Right now they're not. I mean, unless they go on a crazy run, you never know. I mean, it's kind of wide open for the 4 to 6 seed.
Well, right now, looking at the standings, they're
5
about
to 6.
they're about 4.5 back with half a season
So
left.
it's manageable. They could make the playoffs, play in maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like the Blazers team really, really good. I mean, then you have Diaz, good for them.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday just came back. Klingen's doing good. They got Jeremy Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Tumini Kamara, he's a good defensive guy for them. Shaden Sharp, they got a deep team. I mean, they just got to win. That's basically it.
Okay.
Lakers, a little disappointed. They're on a good stretch right now, decent stretch from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
But I know LeBron's banged up. Luka's always banged up. Austin Reeves is out for them for like a month or 2. But I mean, LeBron's starting to hit his father time, man. He's starting to hit his father time. So it's kind of sad for me because I'm a diehard LeBron fan.
We've had conversations on the show before.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it today, though.
Yeah, but I think it might be his last year, maybe second to last year.
Mm.
Unfortunately, he's what Tom Brady is to you for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no shame in that.
So I really have a deep connection with him because I grew up watching him.
Right.
So yeah, I mean.
What if you were to tell me right now, as we're doing this show, that the Mavericks are the hottest team in the NBA right now? I would have been like, I wouldn't call you crazy. 4 in a row.
The thing is, like, I hate what they did with Luka.
Oh, yeah. We're coming up on a year now.
Yeah, I'm rooting against them so heavily, but this dude Cooper Flack's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
He is. You've never seen a rookie season as good as him. You know, he's had one of the best seasons since LeBron James. He's arguably better than LeBron's season. You know, he's developing as we're watching him better than Wemby. Wemby had a bad stretch in his rookie year, so.
So would you say that's the best story right now in the NBA?
Yeah, for sure. Cooper Flag, because he's taking in Luka's shoes because they ditched Luka like garbage.
Yeah.
But that kid's gonna be freaking good. He could play defense. He could shoot. He could dunk. He could freaking attack the paint. He could do everything, man. He's like LeBron's height. What, 6'8"? 6'8"?
I want to say 6'8".
Yeah, and he could pass. I mean, he's really good, man. I really think he's gonna be the future with Wemby. I heard OKC's on a bad stretch. They lost their game.
Yeah.
So, and they lost to the frickin'
Indiana Pacers. Without Hallie and second to last in the East.
That's crazy.
So, let's go into the trade deadline names to watch, because there are some names floating around. I don't know how serious these guys are from being moved. You might know a couple people that might be moved, or you're hearing might be in talks that I don't mention. The names I do hear a lot of, and this are from some of my basketball friends, subscribers to the show. I'm not going to shout the guy out, but you know he's a good dude. I watch some of his content. I'll maybe give him a shout out at the end. I'll probably do that. But hearing names like Ja Morant, I'm hearing names like Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee. They look really bad the other night.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Porter Jr. is a hot name.
Really?
From the Nets. He's having a good season over there, surprisingly. I guess
probably gonna get picks for him, maybe.
So, I don't know if there's other names that you're hearing that might get moved from what you're seeing.
I'm hearing LaMelo. LaMelo's a hot name.
Okay.
Because I've heard they want to build around Knippel. Con Knippel.
Okay.
Because, in my opinion, LaMelo is fun to watch.
Yes.
But he does not play like a winner. He plays like it's rec basketball.
Okay.
You know? And it's fun to watch rec basketball, but it doesn't win you games.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant has said it about James Harden. You know, James Harden plays the same way.
Yeah.
You know, he plays like he's playing, you know, the stat pad, you know, to have fun. So, you know, I know Harden's the playoff joker, so.
Yeah.
LaMelo, I like him, but he's just not going to win them games. From other teams, I don't know if I've heard a lot. I heard LeBron. I don't know if you probably heard this. He had a little thing with Jeannie Buss where she didn't.
Yeah, I heard this recently.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's gonna stay there or not, but I heard they're gonna have a meeting about it. We'll see.
Okay. Interesting to monitor.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I guess this is a two-part question. What I'm gonna ask you now. Do you think LaMelo, Ja Morant, Michael Porter Jr., Giannis? Who's the other one that you mentioned?
No, I said LaMelo.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see this deadline being very busy and active right now with how wide open the league is?
The thing with NBA is sometimes they gas it up and nothing happens.
True.
You know, nothing happens in mid-season. Usually a lot happens in the off-season.
That's true.
Yeah, usually they gas it up and they exaggerate it, but I'll tell you the teams I think would fit them. I think personally, if Spoelstra can fix LaMelo, they could be really good.
Ooh, that'd be dangerous for them.
They could be really good.
In a good
but
way.
That's only if Spoelstra could fix him. Because LaMelo, like I told you, shoots like he's playing rec basketball. He doesn't care. He shoots very questionable shots. You'll see highlights of him shooting half court. You're like, why did he make that? Why should he shoot that?
Yeah.
Ja Morant, I think the same thing. So I think they should get Ja Morant to LaMelo.
Ooh. Okay.
In my opinion, I'd probably say they should go with Ja Morant because he's been in playoffs before. I think the Heat should go with Ja Morant.
You're not worried about
good passer. He's a really good passer. LaMelo's kind of a good passer too. He's a really good passer, but he exaggerates, like I told you.
You're not worried about that Miami life with Ja?
Yeah, that's the one worry, but I'm hoping Spoelstra has done miracles for them. He's the longest I think he's the only coach of all sports to have the longest residential thing there. Like he's been there for a while.
Longest active coach.
Yeah, longest active coach. So
okay. Good.
all sports. So that's crazy.
All right. So you think LaMelo, Ja, one of them's going to the Heat?
Yeah.
Just say one of them doesn't go to the Heat. Then who would you say?
I don't know.
All right.
Those are the two I'd say for them to get, from what I hear. Okay. For Giannis,
yes.
I hear there's a lot of talks he wants to. He's even said he wants to go to the Knicks. So the thing is,
we'll get to the Knicks.
Do we trade Cat for him?
I'm gonna get to the Knicks in just a moment.
We'll get to that later.
Yes.
Who's the other person? Michael Porter?
Yes. I think he's gonna be the hottest name on the deadline.
I think the Nets are just gonna trade him for picks. They want to rebuild.
Yeah.
They've been rebuilding for like freaking 10 years. So, they suck. I'm sorry, Reball. They suck.
I got to get Reball down maybe in that gap between championships.
They've been terrible at drafting. Cam Thomas, I saw he got benched because he freaking gave up a freaking shot to predict his field goal percentage.
There's no... You can't make that up.
There was 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and this dude passed it out to protect the shooting percentage. And he got benched. And freaking...
Wow.
Yeah, he got benched.
You can't even make that up.
No, I'm serious. There's a video with proof. It's ridiculous. It's
you can't
so
make
funny.
that up. Wow.
Yeah, that's how much of a meme that team is.
Man. All right. I might have to ask Reball where he does think Michael Porter Jr. goes. If he's serious, then that's why I should trade him. I'll get him on probably before Super Bowl because I do want to ask him his Super Bowl pick. But I'm not going to do that while I know. But you don't know who Michael Porter Jr. will go to, you think?
I don't know. Whoever has the most picks.
Okay.
If it's OKC, the league's ruined.
No, I don't think they're going to do that.
I
think they're waiting out AJ. If they can get that.
Yeah. Speaking of OKC, the Clippers are freaking 10 seed, man. Like, there's a real shot they might actually get a top 5 pick.
Yeah. So let me ask you last question on the trade deadline before we get to the next. You mentioned teams like Portland that are young, that need to win. The Nets trying to trade Porter to get more picks. Mm-hmm. You look at Dallas, who's kind of disappointing, but Cooper Flagg is the star there. Mm-hmm. And then in the East, the Cavs are disappointing. Atlanta's got the young star in Jalen Johnson. Milwaukee's probably trying to find a way. Right. Can they build with Giannis? The Hornets, can they get anything for LaMelo? Who would you say needs to have the best trade deadline for this season to build their future? It could be a team contending. It could be a team on the bubble. It could be a team that's trying to just completely rebuild. Which teams have to take advantage of the trade deadline, you think?
The Mavs are in the really big hot seat because of the Luka stuff. So I think they have
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, too. Anthony Davis. So they should trade Anthony Davis. I'm hearing the Warriors really want him.
Senior citizen camp over there.
Yeah, I'm hearing the Warriors really want him. I know they're on a bad stretch.
Yeah,
they need to win games.
Okay.
So I think he could go to Golden State and maybe Mavs get Kuminga. That could be perfect for them because they want to trade Kuminga.
Ooh, that's a good point.
A very, very solid point. But yeah, I think the Mavs are in the hot seat because you traded your freaking franchise guy who took you to the finals.
Yeah. For
Cooper Flagg, and now you got to build well around him.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to freaking build the future.
Yeah.
So I think the Mavs are in the hot seat for sure. They need to build the future.
Yep. You can go down. My bad.
What else we got?
You got nobody. You
You
got nobody in the East right now, but I'll go back.
Spurs already built their team. I think they just need to develop them.
Yeah. Nuggets have a good trio of guys.
Nuggets do have a good trio.
They need that one extra star. I agree.
Yeah.
Rockets.
Lakers. They need to build around Luka because LeBron's leaving.
Yeah, they're in a tricky spot.
Yeah, LeBron's leaving. They got Luka because they wanted to build around him, and LeBron knows that.
Yeah.
So, I think they're also on the hot seat for building. They're the Lakers, so they should.
Quick point of order. It's crazy. The two teams that made the Luka trade are both on your hot seat.
Yeah.
It's very crazy. Mm-hmm. And you would have never guessed that considering when it happened and how they've looked since then.
Yeah.
And now they're both on the hot seat for you that have to make a move at the deadline or have to have a great trade deadline.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Wolves draft. I really do, but they just don't. I don't know what's up with them. I really don't. I mean, I think they just have Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle's just not enough for them.
Yeah.
And they depend too much on defense. And now this era, Like I told you, it's offensive driven now. All sports are offensive driven. So
outside of OKC.
Yeah, because OKC is just built around perfect. I mean, they got good defense,
Yeah.
good offense, great draft picks.
They're trying to get Minnesota's trying to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like Anthony Edwards. I think Minnesota's just not it for him. I think he has to leave. I've heard rumors about it, but I know he wants to stay. But I just don't think it's the team for him. I really don't.
Yeah, it's tough with those small market teams. But again, OKC's making it work. Sam Presti just keeps hitting.
Sam Presti's hitting, yeah.
All right, let's go to the Knicks because I know you're chomping at the bit. You are basically like the Knicks, like I am with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
You guys win the NBA Cup. You're celebrating as you should. Mike Brown in for Tibbs.
Yeah.
And you were vocal off camera with me on Tibbs needing to leave because the offense wasn't modern. It wasn't innovative to compete in today's NBA. I hope that's accurate what I'm saying.
Yep.
Now, in comes Mike Brown. And the honeymoon phase, we're well past that now. Because now you guys have been on a tailspin in the wrong way. Brunson has a players-only meeting. You guys destroy the Nets, but technically that's expected. That's expected for New York. Now, like you said, is the Giannis sweepstakes, Milwaukee, the noise is bad over there. The talk now is you gave up 4 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
When you really could have used it for Giannis.
Yeah.
How do the Knicks salvage the ship right now and still establish themselves as a contending team in the East? Or in other words, what are your thoughts on the Knicks as currently constructed right now?
I think we're fine. I think it's just structure. I really do. I think Mike Brown just needs to, be aggressive. Because I've seen videos of just how the chemistry's fucked up. Like, he was hugging Draymond Green, Steph Curry after Draymond freaking tripped Cat and shoved him. It was a bad look. Like, I get it, you guys. You were first there. You won a chip there. But I think as an assistant coach, right?
Yeah, he was an assistant. I don't know the exact title, but I'm just going to say an assistant.
I think it was Celtics Warriors.
Yeah.
But I get it, you guys, but you got to stick with your team, man. Like, it's just a bad look. Cat got hurt, and you're hugging the guy who freaking tackled Cat? So, I mean, I don't know. The offense has looked very weird. The first half of this beginning of the season, we looked amazing. We were scoring like 130 a game almost. We were the number 1 offense. Mm-hmm. Now we're just on a bad stretch. There's no defense. Worst defense in the league, one of them.
That's bad.
We're giving up like 130, 140 a game almost. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we have defensive guys like OG, Michael,
Josh Hart.
It's not like we're bad defense. Cat's not that great at defense. Same for Brunson.
Brunson's not a liability on defense.
If we trade for Giannis, I hope to God it's not Cat in that package because.
What would you want in that package?
Well, I know I would be fine with OG leaving, even though I love him. Because OG could play he's been playing power forward for us at sometimes shooting. Okay. So I would be fine with that. Maybe add some depth because we do have a good depth. As much as it pains me, Tyler Kolek.
Okay.
I'm just saying this realistically.
Yeah.
Because he's looked really good for us.
Yeah.
So I think the Bucks would be interested in him, and they need their guards are pretty good.
Yeah.
Kevin Porter's just hurt, so I could see them maybe getting him.
Yeah.
But if we trade Cat, man, we're gonna have Mitchell Robinson and Giannis starting. No spacing, just absolutely no spacing. Everyone's gonna be playing the paint. We're gonna see like Ben Simmons 2.0. So, if we get maybe Bobby Portis, I'd be fine with it. In return,
Feel like it's a little too much on Milwaukee's end? Giving up Giannis and Bobby Porter Jr.?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's why I don't want to. I think we're perfect as is, and I know James Dolan said that too. So
how do you fix the chemistry on the Knicks? How do you fix the poor defense if you are Mike Brown and you are perfectly constructed?
Stick to what we were doing in the beginning of the season. I feel like they went off page. Focus on your defenders.
Okay.
I mean, Cat's been playing very bad. I don't know what's up, defensively and offensively. So, I mean, he used to be a guy who would give you all on his offense.
Yeah.
And would play not the greatest defense.
Right.
But he'd give you offense.
Yeah.
But we're not getting either from him.
Yeah.
Brunson's been hurt. That he keeps landing on his ankle.
That's
yeah, but he played last game, but I mean, Michael Bridges has been terrible. He's been shooting horrible. I think like freaking 35%, like last 5 games. It's terrible. I mean, no one could get on a groove other than Brunson at this point.
Okay.
Our bench hasn't been playing that great either. I really don't know what's the issue here. Like,
okay.
I think we haven't been as, our passing hasn't been good. Because in the beginning of the season, we've been looking like the freaking Spurs. I remember I told you, damn, we're looking like the Spurs out here with these passing, these kickouts. But now we're just like, I don't know. It's like we're playing like Tibbs' game now, where we're getting Brunson to hold the ball and hoping for the best.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Mike Brown gotta get his game gotta get his head into the game.
Yeah.
Because it's just not it.
So now my next question is on Mike Brown, where Mike Brown was brought in to elevate this Knicks team to get from losing Indiana twice, back-to-back years in the playoffs, to getting to the NBA Finals. Maybe not win if they match with OKC, but get to the Finals and represent the East. Are you still optimistic and confident that Mike Brown is that guy that can get the Knicks over them? And is the pressure warranted and fairly critical, and the criticism warranted that he has to make the Finals or bust for the Knicks?
Oh, yeah. I think he definitely needs... I know it's the first year. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
But this team, it's a good team, man. You got a good starting lineup, good bench.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I still believe in him. I think it was just a bad January stretch. I think we were like 1-9 in January, 1-8.
Oh.
Yeah, really bad. But I'm hoping we ramp it up. It's the Knicks, so you never know. We had stretches like this before with Tibbs, so we'll see. I mean, it's the Knicks after all. So, and Jalen Brunson, as long as he's on the team, I have hope.
All right, I'm gonna maybe give a little confidence to your Knicks, but I'm gonna start with this. Who would be your top 5 NBA MVP candidates as of right now?
Jalen Brunson. No, I'm just kidding. I probably Shea because the OKC is number 1.
Okay.
Call me crazy. I don't even think this is crazy. Cade Cunningham.
Pistons number 1 in the East right now. We didn't even mention that.
Yeah, Cade Cunningham. I want to say Wemby, but he's missed a couple games.
Okay. So Shea, we got Cade.
Cade. I mean, I don't want to say Luka. He's been hurt. Everyone's been hurt, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to...
Everyone's been hurt.
It's hard to figure out.
You might see a Shea MVP again. Because Jokic missed a month. He's missing a month, so...
Yeah. And with the whole games thing now...
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have to play, 65 games to even qualify? Yeah.
So...
it's tricky.
Cade, Shea... I mean, I guess you could sneak in Luka and Wemby. If they do make the games mark.
Okay.
5th would be...
You got 2 more, I think, right? Shade, Cade, Luka.
Shea, Cade, Luka, Wemby.
Oh, Wemby? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. You got 1 more.
Shit.
I got a couple of real long shots, but I think you might call me nuts. I don't know if you want to hear mine. It might be reballable bad.
Oh, no. Okay, Anthony Edwards. I'll go Anthony Edwards.
All right. So I got a couple long shots that I think, honestly, I'm surprised they're not even in this. I know they probably don't have the best seasons. Jaylen Brown without Jason Tatum.
I was thinking that, but I just hate Jaylen Brown so much.
I mean, he's having a good season.
No,
we expect him to be number 1.
Yeah, I could see that.
I had the second one. I'm trying to remember who it was now. I think it was back in the East. I gotta look right now. I'm gonna go back in the East. Tyrese Maxey.
That's a good one. Yeah, I forgot about
Tyrese
him.
Maxey's having a phenomenal
I'll
year.
put him over Ant
Yeah.
or Luka.
Yeah, I mean, those would be the two guys where I think, why are they not getting serious
I agree.
votes?
I agree.
I mean, I know that they're not the best players specifically on their own team when healthy,
yeah.
but they're making the most of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those two guys, in my opinion, again, I'm not disagreeing with you on Cade. I'm not disagreeing with you on Shea. I won't even argue with you on Luka or Wemby.
Yeah.
But I am going to say, I do like Anthony Edwards, and I do think he's going to get an MVP in the very near future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this season. Jaylen Brown and Tyrese Maxey
Yeah, I agree.
are my votes right now to at least be in my top 5. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I love them as long shots. If you guys love betting NBA, I would take a long shot on that, but that's just me though. But all right, NBA Finals pick. Who you got? You want to? You tell me how you want to outline the playoff.
Okay.
You know.
I'm gonna sound biased, but I think we made the finals.
Okay.
I think we made the finals. We beat the Pistons before. I know it was with Tibbs.
True.
True. So it might be different, but we know how to play the Pistons. Brunson knows how to abuse the Pistons.
Okay.
That would be our only obstacle. Celtics, I don't think Tatum's gonna come back. I've heard he is, but I wouldn't risk it if I were them.
Yeah. And then obviously
The Raptors, no way. They're not.
no, they're too young.
Too young, too inexperienced. I don't think they're like there yet. Cavs are in a bad stretch. Sixers,
trust
we've
the Cavs.
had good history versus Sixers. We always beat them.
Yeah.
So I could see us making the finals. I mean, as
Okay.
biased as I sound, I honestly could see it.
All right. Now the West.
Call me crazy. Spurs.
NBA Cup rematch, huh?
Spurs. Yep. I think
Wow.
it's gonna be a rematch.
And I thought I was the crazy
If
one.
not, maybe Pistons Spurs. I don't see it. I think everyone has OKC. I think it's bait. I mean, Spurs 3-1 over OKC. That's big, and all versus big games, especially the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
So
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. Yep. I mean,
Big.
big games. So
Yeah.
I think the Spurs can make the finals. I really do. I see them beating OKC. I see them beating the Nuggets. I see them beating the Rockets. Lakers are not ready. Suns, yeah. Then like
The West is tricky because I wanted to say the Spurs. I thought I was going to sound nuts. But I look at everybody in the West. Rockets need a point guard. Denver has good pieces, but I think they need that upgraded third. They've been looking for that upgraded third piece. They haven't quite get there. I don't want to pick OKC because I feel like that's the cop-out pick.
Yep.
Although they are slumming, so they look beatable. And usually when you win a championship, there is some regression.
Yes, that's what I'm.
So that we've seen. In the East, though, for me, I'm not giving up completely on your Knicks.
Okay.
Boston's interesting if Tatum comes back, but I don't know if he's going to rush back in a really bad
Yeah, I don't trust
Achilles
it.
knee injury.
Yeah, for me
Right.
personally, I'd say Pistons or Knicks. It's one of those guys.
And I like what JB Bickerstaff's doing in Detroit. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Are they ready for that step
Yep,
yet?
that's the thing.
They have the defense, which carries you far.
Mm-hmm.
Is it their offense? Do they have a good nucleus to get them there? Jaden Ivey has not lived up to what we thought going into the draft.
Yeah.
Right? Asar Thompson, he's okay, but I don't know if he's a reliable two you can trust down the stretch.
No, he's not
right?
a good shooter.
You know, Jalen Duren's a good big man, right? Tobias Harris.
They don't have shooters, man. They really do not have shooters. The only shooter they have is Cade.
And Tobias Harris disappears quicker than Casper the Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Just ask the Clippers and Sixers how he does in the playoffs. So I'm not going to give up on your Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate. I actually like your pick a lot. So Knicks Spurs. How many games? Who wins?
We're gonna see a game 7.
Ooh,
we're gonna
back
see-
to back game 7.
Yeah, we're gonna see a game 7 in the finals versus the Spurs.
Ooh.
I think Wemby wins it. I think when they come back for revenge and they beat us, I think that's what happens.
Okay. So Victor Wembanyama is an easy Finals MVP pick to you.
Yeah.
All right. So we got through a lot of NBA, a lot of NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to mix it up for you guys, all right? Just because we didn't have a lot of NBA on the show, and he's my NBA guy, so I have to defer to him. Joey, as always, thank you for stopping on Loungetime, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so that way you guys get all the latest content for Loungetime. We will have guests on during the gap between Championship Weekend and Super Bowl 60. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have more people on the way. So you don't want to miss out on that. We're also going to have some March Madness content. You don't want to miss out because I will be making the bracket pick. Once again, we had a very strong bracket. We're going for number 2 again. This time, hopefully, better than 90%. Hard to beat that, though.
Yeah.
You can also follow me on Rumble. We have a couple followers on Rumble. Let's grow that a little bit. I got a couple followers. I want to try to get that into, at least 10 plus. I'm setting my goals low, okay? So try to get Rumble there. You can also follow me at Loungetime on X. If you have a question for me, if you have a question about his takes, send it to me. I'll give him a few minutes where, hey, I'll answer it on the show and be like, okay, this is what I think. Maybe, I'll get a quote from him being like, here, this is basically what I want you to say. Maybe we'll do like that, though. But, hey, if you guys even want him back on, I'll work out something maybe before NBA Plus. We'll work something out.
Hopefully,
but, that's that. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Lounge Time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys on Monday following the championship games. And we're going to have a lot to cover. But until then, I'll see you guys on Monday following conference championships, and we will preview early matchup Super Bowl 60. Until then, enjoy a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday.
Peace out.